All right, hey there, Eric back again, and I'm here at the UPOU, University of the Philippines Open University campus, and their new building, the world-class building. They're thinking of changing the name, but it's basically here an immersive learning lab, multimedia lab also, to help and support all the distance learning programs in the country. It's still under construction. You can hear some in the background here, but why don't we come in and I'll just show you some of the things that have been built. In 2022, I came down to help propose some programs and equipment for the space, but you can see here, there's a series of small recording studios, mostly for editing bays and podcast recording, audio recordings, and things like that. There's a series of 4 of them here, some of them bigger than others, mostly multimedia bays. To the right and the left, there are 2 similar labs, but back here, this isn't quite on just yet. This is the main multimedia recording studio, the largest studio here. And I'm working mainly out of this space here. It's sometimes called the ISCOLab, open source ideas in immersive learning. And it's got a couple of spaces here. A control room, basically, for the studio space, mostly an office and editing bay for the main studio space. And small office here, where the students will be working. There's Homer and John working in the space right now. And this is the main studio space for the Immersive Learning Lab. And if you're familiar at all with what we've created in Kyoto at the Future Hub Kyoto, it's mainly needed to be flexible. Chairs, tables, desks, screens all need to be on wheels mostly and moved around. But also, there's a storage issue as well. So what we had designed and put in place in 2022 when we thought originally when this place was being built is going to need some tweaking and arranging for new technologies that are out and new paradigms. So right now, some of the students are already working with some of their, they're working with some of their VR projects, some undergrads, some grad students, developing some educational projects and products in immersive technology. So you'll notice there's a high ceiling here, and then the walls in general. This would be ideal for a projection mapping space. So an environment where we could typically hang projectors from fairly high up in the ceiling and map this entire wall with projected materials and have the whole room basically be an immersive space. I think that might be possible, or maybe just a corner of the room as well. I think that also is ideal. I think part of the room, maybe starting from the doorway space, will need to be kind of carted off as far as a place to move the chairs and tables and desks and screens that aren't being moved, as well as storage areas for headsets and tripods and cameras and things like that. But mainly, we need an open space. We'll probably mark some digital and physical boundaries out on the floor for multiple users of VR simultaneously. Probably have to calculate a maximum number of users at once for that as well. I would guess somewhere around half a dozen would be safely in half of the room to be using the space any one time in VR. But this space is mostly intended to be a demo space for other teachers and other departments as well to come in and try out and see if this technology can be integrated into their coursework, especially their distance learning coursework. So a few stations where a few people can watch what other people are doing in VR would probably be ideal for that. So hook a laptop or screencast a session in VR And so a teacher can come in or a student can come in, be in VR, kind of go through an onboarding process basically about the technology, what to do inside of VR, etc., what the possibilities are. When I originally helped put together a proposal for this space, 4 years ago, 3-4 years ago, I had a bunch of other ideas like a looking glass, so digitally make a digital twin of the space, have that in virtual reality in a metaverse space, but also a projected space, so you can be in the physical space and look through the glass into the digital twin of the space, so you can have people in virtual reality either here or anywhere in the world running around as an avatar, and they could kind of, through the looking glass, see person through in the real space and in the virtual world at the same time. The projects I'm working on, the Reality Labo augmented reality, the My Hometown project, which is the wonderful project for intercultural exchange through virtual reality, and the new AI project I have called Corefolio, have all chances, I think, to help what they're trying to spin up here at the ISCOLab here in the Philippines. All right, there's your basic beginning tour. In the next couple of weeks, we'll be working in this space to try and have some spin-ups and new ideas and plan out the next couple of years of developing this particular lab and connect it to what we're doing in Japan. I'll be right in here working for the next couple of days and try and give you some updates. All right, see you soon.